The world is on fire and we are surviving in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Welcome back to Endzone, A World Apart, and the Prosperity DLC expansion. This video has been sponsored by Endzone for us to check out the new expansion, and Prosperity is all about luxury, comfort, and cake in this new endgame era of content. With prosperous times come great responsibilities. All life begins to flourish again in the new Endzone Prosperity DLC, where it's no longer about just surviving, but also thriving in the post-apocalyptic wasteland. This is the very first expansion for Endzone A World Apart, and Prosperity expands mainly the end game content, as well as adding in new scenarios, additional tutorials, and all that. If you didn't know, Endzone is a very difficult, hardcore, post-apocalyptic survival city builder, and Prosperity includes new buildings such as electric water pumps, aqua farms, greenhouses, and the concrete factory. New materials and resources such as sand, cement, and strengthened metal or concrete. New demand systems, so your settlers can force you to make some choices in terms of how to endeavor towards luxury. And several new technologies have been added to the game. So Prosperity is about prosperity. No longer will you be surviving on fish and beans, but you might actually be able to feed your people cake. And the name of the game for the end game of Endzone is Luxury and Comfort. So if you'd like to check out Endzone and their latest expansion, Prosperity, click the link in the description down below. It leads you straight to the Steam store, and it's very much appreciated if you do click that referral link. So thank you. So let's go ahead and check out Endzone, A World Apart, Prosperity. Here we are, back in the Endzone, and today we're gonna be checking out the new Prosperity content and then jumping into a fresh game, which we could just get some surviving on, but exploring the new features is important. And actually, one of the best things about Endzone is when you click on New Game, it's got all of these things here. Firstly, under scenarios, there's some new ones. Basically, these are the old ones here, but there's now back-to-back DLC scenario, Future Without Sunshine, that's a new one, More Than Survival. You know, that's what the Prosperity update is all about. It's not just about surviving the apocalypse, it's thriving and being comfortable and luxury and all of that, which is a nice goal for a post-apocalyptic game because it's actually getting to the point where society is returning back to normal. But here we are in one of the best features of Endzone, which is the tutorial system. And the main tutorial is kind of like story mode, which actually brings you through things, and it brings you through all of these other tutorials in one go, which is like the water tutorial, the food tutorial, confidence tutorial, radiation, barter trading, expeditions, research, raiders, and they added in a new one for Prosperity. So we're gonna do this tutorial because I'm unfamiliar with all the details of Prosperity. Going through this should really illuminate all of the new features and systems, and then we're gonna start up a new free play game to survive things. So let's go ahead and start this tutorial. An introduction to the new content, get acquainted with new raw materials and buildings, as well as how the town hall functions. Let's begin. Let's begin. Now, this game has been pretty good. Like, we've checked this out before the sponsorship, and we actually enjoyed it quite a bit. So it's pretty solid. So I want to see how Prosperity adds to it. And if you want to check it out, click the link, which will bring you to Steam.
A warm welcome to you. I'm glad to have the pleasure of welcoming you again. In this tutorial, I'd like to stand by you during the steps your settlement is going to take in order to become a stalwart cradle for a new civilization.
I still love this guy's voice. So yeah, if you want to check this out, click the link. It's a referral link, sends you straight to Steam. Let's build ourselves a new home.
I'm glad we prepared ourselves well for this kind of scenario, especially since our inventories in the Endzone ran low. Don't forget that if you need additional information, you can look at our survival guide at any time.
Let's do it.
Up till now, you've managed to enable your settlers to survive in this bleak, barren world. You have furnished them with food, water, protective clothing, and a roof over their heads. You have also already begun to make electricity available to them again and improve their quality of life.
Alright, so this is basically at the end of all the other tutorial parts, and it's dumping you into a developed town.
Now that this supply is ensured, your settlers are going to noticeably demand more luxury in their lives. After the lengthy trials and tribulations, they finally want to be able to enjoy the fruits of their hard work. The place where they can turn to you with such requests is the town hall. To build a town hall, you have to have the town center upgraded.
Okay. So, this is essentially the end of the tutorial slash story mode from before. So you'll see there's, you know, upgraded shelters, research, water stuff, fishing stuff, more shelters there. We've got a kitchen, making things. Look at that, there's cake. I told you there'd be cake. More water tanks. There's this jetty, which... oh, that's a house ruin. Okay. Solar panels and solar collectors, electricity, refineries, and everything here. Scrap catcher, cemetery, of course. It's about half full. So here's the new stuff. This is our town center, and we're gonna upgrade it to the town hall. There it goes. There it goes. Can speed it up until things are done. Oh, okay. So there's a lot to this game now. They built that fast. Oh, look at that. That's actually like a proper building. It's not like a scrap building, right? See, all of these are like zinc panels and ramshackle huts. This is like an actual building.
Very good. Now that your settlers have a town hall, it will only be a matter of time until they assemble there to direct their demands on you.
Like, I've not actually done this before. That's actually, I wasn't expecting like a proper building. Look at that. It's got lights and everything. Okay, now people can make demands. So essentially, upgrading to the town hall activates the whole prosperity content. Got it.
Unlike the forum, where your settlers make suggestions to you as to how you can ensure their survival, the town hall is where your settlers will call for your enactment of their demands. When doing so, they will always give you two options. To satisfy them, you must always fulfill one of these demands. Maybe you want to go take a look now to see if your settlers are already making demands and fulfill one of them.
Understood. So there's a difference between requests and demands. So there is a demand. Choose one of your settlers' demands that you want to fulfill. I see cake. So kitchen built, cake produced 100. We're gonna make 100 cake. Yes. You'll find your settlers' first demands on this page. You can address your efforts. So the other one wants stew. Who wants stew? Cake. Let's make cake. Accepted. Okay, so looking at the... where was the kitchen? Here? Switch to cake production. It requires just food and water, right? There we go. Are we manufacturing 80 cake already? Yeah, it requires food, but the food we're producing... ah, no, we do have crops going here. We've got beans, sugar beets. So we got sugar beets, which can produce sugar. Lots of beans, which can kind of work in a cake. Yeah, you can have bean cakes. If you come to Asia, you can have bean cakes. Sugar beets and beans, yeah, we can make cakes out of that. Fulfill one of the demands they've made of you. Okay. How do I see my cake supply? Could it be under food? Statistics, resources. Do we have... Is cake... There we go. We've manufactured 80 cakes. Yes. We can let our people eat cake. The cake looks suspicious. Well, it's a bean and sugar beet cake. So... Very well done. By doing so, you have fulfilled your settlers' demands. It's going to take a while before they turn to you with new demands. Great. A really good thing, Chief. That'll encourage the people to express more of their ideas and concerns again.
That worked out well. If you don't fulfill your settlers' demands, or ignore them for too long, your settlers are going to become more and more displeased with your style of leadership. So see to it that you always keep them satisfied when they make a demand.
Understood.
Settlers' demands are going to have a great deal to do with improving their living conditions. To achieve this, sooner or later you're going to need completely new construction materials and resources. Let's start here with sand. Sand is an important raw material required during the production of glass or concrete. Build a sand mine near the small lake in your settlement to be able to mine sand.
Understood. So here's the 3 new materials: concrete, glass, and strengthened metal. That's why these buildings don't look like garbage anymore. Okay, so let's go to buildings. Let's go to, I assume, resources. Sand mine. Location attractiveness, -5. Build it. It has to be out in the water, right? So I think, yeah, it can just be here. Oh, there we go. We're gonna do that. Logistics. Oh, it doesn't allow us to build roads and stuff. Okay, fine. It's being... So we're gonna build a sand mine, which allows... Sand goes in concrete, right? And obviously glass. Strengthened metal, I'm not sure. Using that watermill. How does this watermill work? This isn't a river, it's a lake. It's okay, it's video game logic. As long as the watermill is in water, it works. What caused the end zone again? Nuclear, I'm pretty sure. Because there is a radiation. Oh, this map has no radiation. Alright, one of my favorite things of this game is there is actually this groundwater mechanic. So as rain comes and goes, it rehydrates and things dry out. So you can see areas go brown and dry and deserty. Right, so that really affects your crops. How's this coming along? Get the sand mine built, please. Well, it needs a lot of resources. 56 wood, 34 scrap. That's a lot of stuff. We'll just pretend the radiation is so strong that it makes currents in lakes. Like, I can see this working if the water was flowing in either direction. But okay. Connect the sand mine to a power grid. Okay, it's been a while since I've done this, but let's go to electricity. Power cable. Can this reach? Yep. Build that there. Assign settlers to profession miner. Let's go to... No. Professionals. Miner. Okay, I still remember how this works. Up to 8. There we go. So that adds people in. We gotta build this electric power pole. Just needs a few things. Those turkeys? Oh no, they're chickens. They're hens. Oh, it's this kind of chicken. Look at them, they're just there. Okay. Let's get this going. Just ignore the chickens on fastest speed. They make a lot of noise. Off they go. Goodbye. Okay, it's powered. So now we just need to produce 10 sand. So workforce 4 out of 5, production limit up to 1,000. It produces 20 sand in one go. Here's the new sand mine. There's a pile of sand. Is the sand being extracted from under the water? I'm trying to understand the technology here. So there's this output, input. It's hard to tell what's an output and what's an input. This looks like it's digging, and then it dumps sand onto this conveyor belt, which goes into here. So this is not a water wheel. This is a collecting thing. So that makes more sense. Here come the workers. I'm trying to see inside. Game designers. They hide the exact mechanics of what happens inside the building, and then out comes sand. The pipes are for excess water. But would you need to store it in this tank if it was for excess water? Oh, unless that's the output. Because those just go back out into the ground. We produced 5 sand though. Let's go produce more sand.
The sand mine has now been built and is ready for operation. Your miners will now begin to extract the sand and store it.
Okay.
In addition to sand, cement is also needed to produce concrete. Cement can be obtained from mines. To do this, instruct one of your mines to mine cement in the future. At the same time, you should build a cement factory to provide the necessary resources to start producing concrete.
Let's do it. Now, where are our mines? I assume that's one. So produce cement, and we also want to build a concrete factory. Let's just pop it. What's there? Oh, there's decorations there. Fine. Let's put it here then. They built a hedgerow. So let's put the concrete factory there. We're gonna produce cement, get the concrete factory, connect the concrete factory to the power grid. Let's go back to electricity, electric power pole. I think we'll need 2. So that's... some things in the way there. It's fine. Let's just have that connected there. And that should hook up the factory, the concrete factory. Assign settlers to the profession engineer. 2 engineers. Let's get things built. I do like a good day-night cycle, don't you? Maybe it's to wash the sand. That would make sense, yeah. The sand is wet, so you'll need to dry it. So yeah, we gotta get sand out, clean the sand, and then dry it, which I assume is why it's in a pile back here, where it sort of dries. Oh, look, there's another sort of output right here. You see that? So this is the sand, this is the other stuff. So the sand is cleaned out to here, and then this is the not sand that gets filtered out. Okay, this sort of makes sense, yes. Have we produced... Yeah, we have produced plenty of cement. Do we only have one mine? I don't know if the rest of our town is running out of stuff. It's fine. I see, like, the population being red sometimes. Which probably means some people died. Let's have a look at the cemetery. Was that the cemetery we looked at before? Yeah. Oh, this is... Oh, the graves reset. I didn't realize that. Yeah, people are dying. This is just people who died in the current year. Then they are essentially decomposed enough to not take up a grave space anymore. Here comes the concrete factory. Okay. Is it connected to the power grid? I've put an electric pole over. Is that not connected to the power grid? It's been a while since I've played this. I mean, it worked here. Let me just see if I've misunderstood. First, let's demolish that. Where's our current power battery? So yeah, there's plenty of power. There's plenty of electricity. Yes. Is this not connected to the power grid? Oh no, it's got to connect up to there. There's the connection point for power. I see, I see. Hold on, hold on. There we go. So we need another one there. Okay, figured it out. It's been a while since I've done this. Buildings have connection points. Let's get this connected. Otherwise we can't produce concrete. So sand goes in here. Cement goes in one of these, and then I guess it outputs concrete. Just studying the building. Most of it is indoors, so they don't have to show it. But I think these are 2 inputs, 1 output, right? Because it would be sand and cement going in and concrete coming out. That makes sense, right? These chickens. Alright, produce concrete, please. Okay, I'll produce 20 a batch. And here we go.
Very good. With that, your settlement is now in a position to produce another valuable construction material on its own.
Got it.
But concrete isn't the only new raw material you're going to need to be able to appease your settlers, who have become so demanding. The material factory is able to obtain glass out of sand or strengthened metal out of metal. You'll need both raw materials to erect buildings like the greenhouse or the Aqua Farm. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Perhaps we should focus first on building the material factory.
The greenhouse or the Aqua Farm? Build a materials factory. Resources, material factory. I guess it should go... you know what? It can go... okay, I'll be a bit more organized with this. Let's build it right there. We'll build a material factory. We need to connect it to the power grid. So let's bring... I think that connects it up. Yeah. That connects that. Assign settlers to refiners, because it's gonna need another 3 refiner. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna be producing strengthened metal. So that will get us concrete and strengthened metal. Then we'll need to produce glass. Then we can build fancy buildings, I think. I think that's the idea. So more buildings that look like this. Rather than this. There's chickens everywhere. We can't escape the chickens. Okay. Material factory. Oh, does it not count if I build this in the wrong order? Maybe. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's demolish that. And let's get that out of the way. And then let's try reconnect it. That should connect it to the power grid, right? This is connected, yeah? Yeah, it's connected. There we go. It just didn't register. Didn't register. So now we're producing strengthened metal and glass. Glass and strengthened metal. So this requires... So strengthened metal requires coal and metal. Glass requires sand and coal.
The material factory is now up and ready for operation. Very well done. Now that the new construction materials are available to you, we can address more ambitious projects. Ever since your settlers initially arrived here, they immediately began to collect water. The time has come to improve this process a bit.
Improve water collection?
If you place a pumping station next to your lake and supply it with electricity, it will begin to pump water to your towers, all by itself and fully automatic. Then you can assign the workforce that's been freed as a result to a different place. Practical, isn't it? However, to enable your water tower to be hooked up to a pumping station, you still have to upgrade it once more.
Okay. So we have to upgrade water towers. That's a rainwater collector. This is a red water tower, which allows us to upgrade it to an upgraded water tower. Then we'll need to build. So basically the idea of prosperity includes this life of, better quality of life, which means automating the menial tasks so people can go work on higher end tasks. Let's go to, no, it wouldn't be under resources, it'd be under water. Let's do a pumping station. Build it right here. And then we have to hook it up to electricity, which I will wait until that's built first, just to be sure. Connect the upgraded water tower to a pumping station. I'm unsure what the connection is, but let's get these things through first. So this, I did set this to upgrade, right? Buildings in its vicinity. Rainwater collectors. Right, so once this is built, and this requires 12 strengthened metal, 48 electronics, 12 glass. Are we not producing enough stuff? 12 glass is a lot. We are producing more. I think I need to... What's our current... We have plenty of free settlers. Let's add another... miner. So we get full workforce on the sand mine. Workforce production limit, water tank filled. There it is. Okay. There's a lot of buttons, which I'm relearning. Upgrade progress is right here. There's all of these buttons down here as well. So this is taking up glass and strengthened metal as well. That's where all our glass has been going, to upgrading the water tower. I suppose that makes sense. we are still... Yeah, I think we just don't have enough sand to keep the glass production going. Inventory. Coal, metal, sand. In stock. Reserved. Okay, it looks like we're getting a bit more sand now, since I upped the mining. Was there military in this game? Yeah, there's raiders, and you have to defend against raiders, which is something I haven't actually experienced myself, because I think they added that in an update after I last played. But there is that sense of military. And I assume with the prosperity update, it will attract more raiders at some point. But this is the prosperity tutorial. Oh, contentedness, really. Okay, so the pumping station is down. Let us connect it to the power grid. That should connect everything. Build that. Upgraded water tower. Is it still not... It's just not enough glass. Okay. We need to keep this going. So the pumping station got all the glass. Electricity. So that should take people off the workforce in the water tower, is what I'm understanding. Come on, glass. We've got a couple coming in. 7 out of 12, 8 out of 12. Yeah, this is starting to feel like endgame content where you have these really, well, I say high-tech materials. High-tech for the apocalypse. You know, concrete and glass. So this is the first building we've constructed with the new materials. So you can see it does actually look different from everything else. Like cleaner. Like compared to this water tower, which I assume gets an upgraded look once it's built. Right, this is all rusted and stained. This one is not. Look at that, like actual proper metal construction walkways. I think these look like concrete walls, yeah? Alright, 10 out of 12 glass. Let's just get this in. Come on. Couple more glass. Yes. We've got one here. We've got two glass there. Okay, we just need one more glass. Come on. There's 3 homeless people. That's fine. There we go. So now the water tower is becoming an advanced water tower.
The pumping station works. This is a big step for our settlement. A pump like that is going to make the settlers' lives safer and more pleasant.
So, yeah, it cleaned up a bit, but it's mainly these additions. You see that? So this is all the new stuff. Understood.
With the surplus water from the pumping station, we could try to run an aqua farm. The aqua farm breeds fish without them needing a lake to breed in. As long as it is being supplied with some water, the aqua farm is able to continue to produce food.
Let's do it. Aqua farm. Let's go ahead and build one of those. It should be under food, aqua farm. I mean, this is where all our water's coming from. Guess I'll just pop it right here. We'll build an aqua farm. We need to add in 2 more fishers, which I guess that counts. Do you fish in an aqua farm? Harvesting farmed fish. Is that fishing? A philosophical question. What do you guys think? Harvesting farmed fish. Is that fishing? Like, I mean, you still get them out of the water. right? But is it fishing? I mean, it's sort of like low-hanging fruit. If you walk up to a tree and pluck the fruit off, are you a forager? I mean, it is sort of foraging, but no skill is involved. Oh no, this takes 12 glass as well. We just don't have enough glass. Inventory, glass. Oh wait, no, we have tons of glass. Look at it, it all came in. We've got 46 glass. There's so much glass. I didn't even realize we got all this glass. Where did it come from? Okay, so that means this should construct relatively quickly. Any catching of fish is fishing. Suppose so. Suppose so, yes. Oh nice, there's a show task introduction again button. Like, the tutorial in this game is really good for things like this. Water consumption, low, medium, high, so you can up the amount of water it takes, which I assume produces more food. Right. Connect the Aqua Farm to a power grid. The water tank is filling. Look at that. Let's build electricity power turbine. Not power turbine. Electric grid. There we go. Power pole. Okay. So water. It's just producing... So this is producing another 250 per cycle, which goes straight into here. This can hold 90,000. Right, and you can control the connection to the water pump from there.
Excellent. With this Aqua Farm, our food supply will become less and less dependent on the weather. And now, even during a drought, we're in a better position to feed ourselves.
That's what it's for, right. During the drought, this lake can dry up and then there's no fish. So this way, we get a stable supply of fish. Okay.
In addition to supplying them with fish during the drought period, you can also make efforts to have your settlers receive seeds. With the newly obtained glass, you can commission the construction of a greenhouse. In a greenhouse like this, you can plant all kinds of seeds that your settlers would normally sow in fields.
I love greenhouses. Don't you love greenhouses? Actually, technically, I love biospheres because of the game Biosys. So I just really love biospheres, which led me to love things like terrariums and things like that, which is really good. I wish I could afford that hobby. It's really expensive. Would a greenhouse be under food? Yes. And then, ooh, it's big. Where should we pop the greenhouse? You know what? Just chop down all these trees. It's fine. Put the greenhouse right there. It's big. We'll have to connect that to the power grid as well and choose a seed for the greenhouse. Okay. Looking at the water level. So the greenhouse is actually... Oh, it's raining. The greenhouse was being built in this dry area, sort of proving its own point. Let's look at this Aqua Farm. Yep. Looks like a fish farm to me. These buildings actually just look like buildings we have today. Which I suppose is kind of the point, right? The whole point of prosperity in the apocalypse is to get to where we are right now. Right? So the buildings look like how they are right now. Is a drought draining the entire lake? I think that can happen. Right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's happened before. It's just right now it's not drought season. You know, sort of like, you know, in other water dynamic games. Like Timberborn? that happens there. But this is a bit more fluid with how the water works. Soil moisture. And the rain's actually really important. It's definitely getting drier than it was before. You can see it just drying up. Look at that. Which means our crops probably start. Well, I think we have 15,000 food. It's fine. Oh, I've selected beans by accident. I guess we'll grow beans in the greenhouse. That's fine, right? You guys like beans? If all the fish in the lake die during a drought, how does it repopulate?
The greenhouse has been built. Now the seeds can grow there, completely protected against the environment, and continue to provide for your settlement. That's going to be a big help.
Got it.
With all the additional construction materials that are now available, your settlers are also going to ask you to gradually begin to further upgrade their dwellings so that they provide more comfort and become more resistant to weather conditions.
Understood. Upgrading houses. We're trying to, like, look at all the plants through the glass. Like, there's actually some flowers in there. Nice. Okay. Comfortable houses. Do these just upgrade? So this is a sturdy house, which can upgrade to a comfortable house. We need 5. Let's see how comfortable these houses are, because these sturdy houses, I think, yeah, I mean, the name's appropriate. They look sturdy, but they don't look comfortable. So comfortable houses take 2 glass, 2 strengthened metal, 5 electronics, and 28 concrete. Per house? Wow. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it is nice. It's got its own little wind turbine, so... Do houses need to be hooked up to the power grid? It looks like they are. Look at this house. That's actually nice. It's got this balcony going all the way around. Big floor-to-ceiling windows. Personal power supply. Oh, nice. Is that a slightly different design? I think it is. Or is it just rotated? I think it's a different design. Yeah, it's a different design. Always nice in city building games where buildings don't look exactly the same. Oh, this guy went a bit fancy with his wind turbine. Oh, look! They all decided on different styles.
I don't know. Are pleased about their new, much more comfortable dwellings. They're glad to live in this settlement because it can provide them with a safe and secure, dignified, and at the same time, a comfortable life too. You've done a very good job of setting things up.
Does this work as a windmill? Like physics-wise? This one, I understand. This one's just a smaller one. This one, yeah. Like, the wind blows, it spins, yeah. This one here, does this actually work? I've never seen a windmill look like that. I mean, there's some very interesting looking windmill designs which work. So I wouldn't be surprised if it did work. It's just, I've never seen that one. I mean, generally the idea of windmills is it's thicker on one side, it's thinner on the other side, therefore it spins in one direction, right? Is that a fair statement for how windmills work? One side's thick, The other side is slim. So when wind hits it, it spins in one direction. Because if they're equally thick or thin, then when wind hits it, it just, you know, it just pushes, right? So you want it to spin. So looking at this one here, it is thick on one side, thin on the other side. So it should, like, are they tilted? They are slightly tilted, you see that? So there's like a curvature on the thing. And then it's like thick on the right side, thin on the other side. There are hollow windmills that are functional. Yeah, there's like these desert windmills where they're just like a pillar and they spin like that. There's a lot of different designs for harvesting wind energy. And they get really interesting. I've just never seen that one before. It can be flat, just needs to be at an angle. Oh yeah, the 2,000-year-old windmills. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The 2,000-year-old windmills. Crazy designs, but they figured it out.
With such a large population, figure that it might possibly become difficult for our production facilities to provide all the settlers with sufficient clothing and tools. If you build a factory unit near this production building, the factory unit will speed up production at the facilities. However, to accomplish this, the factory unit requires a steady inflow of glass, concrete, and strengthened metal.
Okay, so a factory unit. Oh, if you click this, it brings you straight to the... Oh, that's good, isn't it? Right? If you click this highlighted word, it brings you straight to the menu where you can build it. This game has really, like, see, assign engineers. If I click on engineer, it brings you to the relevant window. Oh, this UI design, really good. Factory unit. So this is a positive aura effect thing, right? So this is improving. So what are these buildings? Tailor's shop, workshop, and medical facility. The factory unit consumes different resources to increase the efficiency of certain neighboring buildings. So essentially it's those three buildings there. Can I get them all in somewhere? Oh. It's supposed to go there. It's okay. I think I can just... Can I have it go here? Yes, that will hit. I just have to clear this road a bit. How do you demolish roads? I've forgotten how to destroy roads. Buildings and tasks. Tasks. Demolish. No. It's not a building. I've forgotten. That's my bad. That's my bad. It's okay. We'll just build it somewhere else. Factory unit. So it's these three buildings. Can I squeeze it here? Can I squeeze it here? How I've built this is really awkward. What is this building? Temporary storeroom. Yeah, just demolish the temporary store. It's fine. Factory unit's going right here. Yeah, perfect. Problem solved. Go on a windmill tour in the Netherlands. It was temporary, yeah, so just... I mean, there's another one right across the street. It's fine. So that should connect to a power grid and then assign 2 more engineers. So engineers, where are they? There. 1, 2. So this costs a lot to build. And it continually consumes the 3 new resources.
Very good. This factory unit will further boost production of our tailor shops and workshops in order to prepare us for the larger growth of our population.
Marcos, what are you doing back there? Okay, so this essentially is just boosting up the tool workshop, tailor's shop, and medical facility. It is powered. Stockpiled resources. It'll only come into effect once the resources come in. Okay.
And with that, I'd like to readily take the opportunity to bow out again. In concluding, I want to urgently advise you to pay attention to your population's demands time and again, because if you ignore them, it could quickly lead to a large degree of discontentment arising in your settlement.
Okay.
However, I am convinced that you are going to lead your settlers to a great future.
Undoubtedly so.
All of our progress has led to us being on the best track toward becoming the cradle for a new civilization. Through constant and stable growth, this settlement will slowly but surely rise to become a true metropolis and a shining example of our will to survive. The more settlers who call this settlement their home, the closer we will get to our goal to create a safe and sound future for humanity. If you'd like to know how many more settlers you need on your path, you can have your growth progress shown to you.
Got it. Tutorial completed. On that note, you have successfully completed this tutorial. If you want to receive advice on other topics as well, I recommend you master the other tutorials. So that is the new prosperity overview. But you know, let's go back out. Now, the main game mode for this is survival mode. And let's start up. Let's start up a new survival game, because we've now seen the end game. Let's have a look at the early game and see how far along this town we've been looking at really is, because this level of development, that's like many hours into the game. So for some reference, let's start up a new survival game. So just in terms of difficulty, by the way, there's a lot of options. I think for each one you can tweak the options. But there's build mode, all hazards are sharply reduced, relax and discover, easy game, normal, advanced difficulty, maximum challenge, which is not actually maximum, no trees, start a game, well-balanced game, but there's no trees, which I would assume is harder than maximum challenge, but I suppose it's a special sort of challenge. No trees mode. You know, it's been a while since I played, so let's just pick normal. And we can see the settings here. Distance to water, medium, protective clothing, activated carbon mask. There's actually a tooltip for everything, so it just describes itself. Research title, nothing researched. Everything researched. Or you can just start the game with everything researched. Nice. So let's start normal. Map settings, map size, yeah, large, number of mountains. Just keep everything on medium. Mountains, lakes, forests, ruins, free area around starting point. Yeah, it just keeps it. Yeah, let's go with that one. Next, settlement name. Of course, we live in Dwellmend. Start game. Yeah, continue. By the way, if you'd like to check out the game, use the link provided, and it takes you, it's a referral link that takes you to the Steam store. Prosperity is a new DLC for Endzone Survival City Builder, expanding the end game.
This looks like a good place to settle. You know what we learned in the Endzone? Basic needs come first and foremost. We have to build up a water and food supply, and then...
Let's build ourselves a new home. Ah, so, you've seen a completed town just now? This is how you start. With a bus wreck. 20 minutes until starvation. What confidence. Okay, let me try and remember how to start a game. I assume we're gonna need source of water, so let's just pop down a rainwater collector and a well. right next to each other. Everyone go build things with your shovels. Okay. Food. What do we have? Cultivated field. Gatherer's cabin. There's a lot to gather around this side, so let's just pop the gatherer's cabin over there. Fishing. I remember fishing being quite important. This angled coast is... It's gotta go this way. There we go. Fishing's going there. So we've got gatherers, fishing. Yes, under resources we'll need... I'm just gonna pop down everything that we need. Yeah, scrapyard to gather all of that. Forester's lodge. Yeah, like right in the middle of all of this. Forester's lodge, good. You know, we should probably just start with that first, right? Under here, let's go ahead and assign 4 builders, because we actually didn't assign any builders, and get things going. Houses are probably important. Cabin houses give them enough living space where they can give birth to offspring, or just shelters. How many people do we have? 15. The cabin houses 2 adults and 3 children. So if we do this, we're going to need 5 cabins. I guess we should go straight for cabins, right? Yeah, let's go straight for cabins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that radiation? Oh no. Pause the game. Cancel concern. I didn't realize that was where radiation was. My bad. We started next to radiation. Okay, we gotta pay attention to that. Let's not build our houses on radiation. Let's go the other side. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, unpause the game. Good thing the UI warns you about that. Huh. Gotta keep an eye. Oh, things are dry. Let's not bother with rain. Unknown contamination. Yeah, we can't predict the weather without a weather station. So that's fine. Let's just keep things building. If I recall, there's a way to prioritize buildings, but it's okay. We need to assign a well keeper. As the buildings complete, we'll need to assign workers to all of these things. Scrap, forester, gatherer, fisher, well keeper, water tower, rain collector rather. That should be... all the basics, right? I mean, to get started anyway. Ooh, campfire. Meeting place for settlers and boost their confidence. Ah, I love a campfire. That looks so good. Yeah, right behind the houses. Yeah. Ooh, okay, that's gonna be good. Campfire. Cemetery. Soon. Logistics. Dirt roads. These, so we can actually, dirt roads are free besides construction, and they can just be upgraded to paved roads. So it makes sense if you just have them put down like that. Right? And then this. Yeah, eventually get to that. So everything's being built. So we need scrap collector, forester, fisher, and gatherer. And we're pretty much out of workers. We've got 2 settlers and 4 builders. We basically don't have... Oh, a child became an adult. Great. Is this done? Yes. Change field of work. Gonna shift it to cover all of that. Good. Cut down and reforest. Yes. This one we can change field of work as well. Just cover all the scrap in this area. And gatherer's cabin. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Just gather from there. Fishing hut. Okay. So we are not immediately dead. Which is good. Some rain did pass by, but it's just... Yeah, we'll just try and get this down first. This dirt road looks terrible. Actually, the dirt road looks almost worse than just ground. There's like straight up big rocks on this road. Like, see this rock right here? It's like as big as this rock. These rocks that are part of the campfire. There we go. We got a campfire down, which boosts confidence. A light in the dark, you could say. Oh, we're gonna need more houses because we've got 12 adults. So let's build another housing cabin. Let's put one more down. Keep everyone properly housed. Oh, we need plastic to do the rainwater collector, right? So we don't have plastic yet because we need a recycler. Produces either metal, cloth, or plastic. Or electronics. So we will need this. We can just have this right behind the scrap collector. Right? Location attractiveness. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be building the houses next to all of this, but the scrap will eventually run out and then we can destroy the scrapyard. It's fine. What are those? What am I looking at? Are they mutated rabbits with a cherry blossom growing out of their foreheads? Is that what I'm looking at? Okay. Very slow rabbits. Well, you see, having a tree on your brain, not very good. If you played Fallout, you know the guy. Doesn't quite work out. Okay, this needs wood. Okay, we've housed everyone. Okay, so things going kind of nice. A drought is approaching, which means fishing might be a problem. Let's cut down on the number of builders and increase the gatherer, the forester, and the fisher. Okay. Very slow, very small start. So this is in stark contrast to what we were just experiencing. Oh, let's build some power lines. Let's turn sand into glass and build a greenhouse. No, this is how the game starts. All of us huddled in a shanty town in a wrecked bus. If you're lucky, we've got a fireplace. So, yeah, this requires more wood. Wood is out right now. It's gonna take a while to get that going. Not sure if the campfire was necessary, but people are content. Higher rate of reproduction. Oh, right. So there's bonuses for every square. So we're on average contentedness. But since we're only in the first square, we only have the higher rate of reproduction. Newborn settlers will live slightly longer. But if you go higher, then the higher efficiency, newborn settlers will live longer. And on the maximum happiness, higher speed of movement, newborn settlers will live distinctly longer. How's the fishing going? As best as it can be, I guess. So how big is this map? Pretty big. There's a whole town over here. There's like wind turbine ruins with 200 scrap each. Love how there's clouds. And you can go above and below the clouds. Very nice. Is that actually where... Do the clouds correspond to where the rain is? Yes. Oh, there's a homeless person? Oh, a child became an adult. People grow up fast. Where's a home? Yeah. Gotta build another house then. Build. Housing. Cabin. We just need more people for everything, so let's do that. Radiation. Oh, that radiation actually did clear off. Some of this radiation's pretty weak. So it's not necessarily permanent. Are we getting wood? We are getting wood. There's currently 2 builders. Let's just have 1 builder and then add in another forester. Because we can't build anything more until we get more wood. Okay. How's the food supply? In stock reserve production limit. We can bring up the stats. There's a lot of stats. Food produced, consumed by settlers. Oh, it can be consumed by production, right? So production of food has exceeded consumption, so that's good. Beverages, produced, consumed. So we're not really breaking even on the water just yet. Because I built a well without thinking about soil moisture. Right. I kind of forgot wells need soil moisture. That's kind of how wells work. Does seem like soil moisture retains a bit better around the mountains or just around the lakes, you know? Right, we're running out of water. The rainwater collector is probably going to be important. We need a refiner to get some plastic. This is not good. How much is it to build a well? Let's not die immediately. Production costs. Scrap? Okay, not wood. So looking at this, it seems like things are pretty wet over here. So let's go ahead and build that. Let's cut back on forester, increase builder. Can we get fountains? Let's see. There is decorations. Are there fountains? There's flower beds, wind chimes, pavilions, memorial walls, canopies, flower monument. I think no one wants to waste that. Oh, there's different types. Oh no, the place I'm building the new well is running out of water. Why is this game so hard? Increase well keeper. Hopefully that just keeps our water levels high enough. It keeps making that noise when we run low. Low water reserves. We should be producing some plastic though, which will go, yeah, we're getting plastic into the rainwater collector, but there's not really much rain right now, looking at the water levels here. Dehydration is currently leading. Food, actually no problem. Water. The whole, is this the drought? Are we? Yeah, looks like it's the drought. So the lakes aren't drying up quite yet. But we're kind of out of water. Hopefully things are okay. Let me go ahead and just have a dirt road extend out from here. Yeah, have the builders do something. Kind of a grim time. We're getting lots of new population though. Let us go to housing. Cabin. Build another house. Now we're in the drought. So the whole map dried up before we even... Okay. I mean, we stockpiled some water. We should be okay. If I look at stats... so we managed to produce 700 water there. 120 there. So since we got the second well, we actually did cover oncoming drought. That's when things go. There's some rains happening. Okay. Is the drought not actually happening yet? Because things are raining now, so we should be able to stockpile water. Ah, yes, refreshing rains just before the drought. Let's stockpile water. Oh, look at these effects. When it's raining, you can actually see the droplets conform to the shape of the building. Nice. Oh, I see. These houses really hate living here. Can I perhaps build something to make you like living there? A drought is approaching. Let's build a flower bed right here. The flower bed will very much offset this scrapyard. What resources does it require? 15 wood for a flower bed? Jeez. Okay, we have 150 wood. It's fine. I look at professions. How are we doing? Let's up a scrap collector. Plastic. It's coming in. How much scrap do we have? We're kind of low on tools. We have plenty of scrap. So the next thing I think we gotta build is a workshop. That requires metal. How do we get metal? We gotta manufacture it from the recycler. Right. So we gotta... Once we finish this, I'll swap this over to metal, and then we can build a workshop. Or maybe I should just build another recycler. Maybe that makes more sense. Let's build another recycler. Right there. Then we can produce both at a time. We also currently have no knowledge. Okay. Decent enough start, I think. I survived past 20 minutes, yes! Did we get the flower bed down? Yes, look at that. You guys still hate it? Yeah, they still hate it. The flower bed is not quite enough. What other decorations can we put down? A scrap totem, which breathes constant fire. Yeah, you'll love that. And then you know what? Symmetry. Put a flower bed on the other side. Oh, it's just not built yet. It's not built yet. It's okay. How good is a flower bed? +3? Then the scrap totem is +8. That costs scrap and wood. Okay, yeah, we can afford this. Okay, we got another recycler. This is producing metal. That's producing plastic. If I check professions, that means I can up to a second refiner. So now we're producing metal and plastic at the same time. We've only got one free settler, but we do have 8 children. Next children to become adults. Oh, that's a progress through their age. I see. Alright, alright. Growing population. So population's doing okay. We've stockpiled a lot of water. Drought is still on the way, but we should have plenty of water. Water tank is filled, but it produces contaminated resources. Oh well. We've got 3 sources of water, but we can actually collect rainwater now. Look at that. And now that we are producing metal, we can go to resources, get a workshop, place down like right here. Oh, look at that. You guys like it now? Yeah, they love it. All you need is a fire-breathing dragon statue, and people love living there. That's exactly what they wanted. Oh, there's a spinning cog on the front as well. Kinetic art. Okay, drought's still on the way. Looks like it did give us some good rains. Many of our settlers are forced to move across this wasteland unprotected. We should boost our production of protective clothing. Let's do it. A tailor's shop and activated carbon masks. So we're building this workshop. I think we are, yeah, so we'll get the workshop down, and then we'll need a tailor's shop, which requires more cloth. So I'm swapping this to cloth. And the tailor's workshop just goes across from here. Right there. Okay. We don't have enough protective clothing. Yeah, we actually just used it right up. What's this? Oh, 3 settlers with no protective clothing. Summer, Henry, and Lachlan. Oh, the kids. The kids don't have protective clothing against radiation. Makes sense. We've been increasing our population, but not actually making more stuff for the new people. Oncoming drought. It's almost here. Next season, I think. Wood, scrap, metal. So metal being produced. Cloth being produced. Nice little touch on the UI. You see, when you click on one of these recyclers, it shows the resource in all recyclers going on. So you can see, oh, this one's metal, this one's plastic. Nice little UI touches everywhere, actually. Okay, the workshop will be going down soon. This needs to keep producing cloth. That means we do need a 3rd recycler if we want to keep all of this going. So let's just pop another recycler down. Is there much scrap left? Not that much scrap. We'll have to go harvest all of that soon. Food and water levels look great. Workshop is down. Let's make scrap tools and add in a technician. Oh, 2 homeless. Okay, we need to build another house. Okay. Waiting on a bit more cloth. We'll probably need another scrapyard worker as well. Another scrap collector. Let's do that. We've got 19 adults now. We're gonna need lots of scrap to keep up with 3 recyclers. And you... So we're doing metal, plastic, metal, cloth, plastic. Another refiner. Still 2 free settlers, 2 builders. Okay. That house was built. Great. Right, we got 2 more population. Gotta build another cabin. Let's just build 2 houses. That should accommodate... Oh, population's growing fast. We've got 20 adults and 14 children. Okay, okay. Not enough protective clothing. Yes, yes, yes. So we started with 10 adults, 5 kids. We've now doubled our adult population. For reference, the large town we were looking at in the prosperity tutorial had like 150 people. Okay, let's have a tailor. Okay, the child became an adult. You're a tailor now. So tailor's shirt, activated carbon mask, which requires cloth and what? What resource is that? What resource is that? Charcoal, is it? Oh, there it is. Coal. Coal is made from wood using a charcoal kiln. It can be used in a water tower to purify water to remove radiation. So that's our next goal. Charcoal kiln. Should go near where the wood comes from. What's that gonna cost? Just wood and scrap? Okay. So we actually don't need the tailors yet. Let's get the charcoal kiln going. And then we'll need to create activated carbon masks. Okay. Yes, if you'd like to get this game and its DLC, use the link provided. It's a referral link straight to Steam. This expansion is available now. This is a sponsored video, but this is a good game. Oh, the drought is here, I think. Yeah. So the entire lake dries up. I guess that means we take out the fishers. Let's get 2 charcoal burners, 2 tailors, 1 less builder. Okay. Let's get charcoal and tailoring going. We just need to get this burned. 13 people have no protective clothing. Oh, the drought is in! Look at that. Oh, water's tanking. We had almost 1,000 water. Do we really not have enough? Ah, the rains are back. We survived the drought. Nice. If I look at the stats for water production, so that's where the drought was, right? That's our water production. So we're not really producing enough water still anyway. But okay. We need the charcoal to... Does the charcoal automatically get placed into here? Okay, we're producing coal. We need a road to go through the back here. Logistics, dirt road. Just have this. That should speed things up a bit. Okay, we're producing the activated carbon masks. Side task 1 completed. Oh, we never replaced the fishers. Let's drop that, let's drop that. Let's replace the fishers. Wait, no, we have so many people. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Nope. Let's do that. Okay, that's too many. Let's drop a gatherer, drop a fish. Sure. Hold on, it's saving. Okay. Food is dropping. So I think I should go ahead and go to food. Trees need time to grow. Cultivated field. So I think I need to set up... Let's set up like 2 fields. And 2 orchards. I'm sure this new tailor shop will do a wonderful job. We've already started production and achieved the preliminary figures, Chief. Reward 5 masks. Great, because we have 16 people without them. We have so many homeless. Okay, at this point, I think we're actually starting to get kind of too many people. So let's just build a big shelter right there. So people aren't homeless. Oh, we have an unhappy settler. Okay, we're down to even temperedness. People aren't content anymore. So there's no bonuses for anything here. And then there's like lower looming crimes, lower reproduction, longer time periods for production, looming rebellions, lower speed of movement, looming exodus. Wow, okay. Logistics, dirt road. Okay. Do we not have beans? Lupine? What's lupine? Is there an entry on lupine in the survival guide? It's a flower. I know that from Sim Park, but... Ooh, pecans? Yes. Love pecans. I just don't know what the flower is used for. You eat it? Is it medicine? Used for making oils and food for livestock. So probably used in medicine, right? Which... Let me check. Medical facility. Iodine tablets, soap. Now this is... Medicine is a thing that kills me every survival city builder. I ignore it until it's too late and like, oh, we need medicine. This can have 16 farmers. Jeez. We're low on food and low on water? Come on. We have too much scrap. Let's drop the scrap collectors. Let's max out gatherers and fishers. And get... we still have 18. So we need that going. Let's drop more scrap collector. Just get more farmers in. The roads aren't important, focus on the farming. Okay. So we have 1 farmer in each field. When we could have 16 in total. Where's Have you gathered everything? No, there's still plenty of stuff to gather here. Get to gathering. Fishing? It's going well, yes. Alright. Well, we should... Look at that, we're growing something. This is the beans field. Yes, good. We can fit 4 trees in each of these. They have nothing else to do. We're just gonna sit here and watch the trees grow, I guess. Help out with the other fields. Look at that. I guess these fields are a little small, but it's not that bad, right? Let's have a look at stats on food. Jeez, consumption is so high. You had a bit of a profit here, rather surplus. What other sources of food are there? Hunting lodge. We could hunt those rabbits. Wooden scrap, okay. Looks like the charcoal is cleaning the water collector, so we've got plenty of, well, we've got enough water. We're now just trying to, come on, beans. We need beans. Beans will be our savior. Okay. Two farmers on the beans field. Which probably isn't required. It looks like one farmer is more than enough for fields of this size. I mean, these 2 orchards have like 4 trees each. It's not really... Can you combine fields? Don't think so. Scrap is doing okay. We could have 3 hunters. Any kids? Oh, look, all these kids are going to become adults. The shelter is down. Oh, you can just have the old and infertile in the shelter. That's actually a good option to have. Okay, we have a hunter. Just hunt. Oh, there's some other things here as well. What are these? Brahmin. Buffalo cows. Got him. Okay, as kids become adults... Okay, I'm just gonna drop the farmer and add another hunter. So we're maxed fisher, gatherer. How are we low on water? Surely we're producing enough water. Our population is going up. Let's max out hunters. Let's get our scrap collectors back up. Let's get our forester back up. Oh, we're harvesting the beans! Nice. Another drought is coming. Okay, hold on. Cistern, a water tower, collects and stores water. Uses coal to filter out radiation. So we'll probably need a water storage. And then throw down another well over here. Let's have another builder. Okay. That should solve our water problem. Lupine's growing nicely. We've got one of those rabbits. Still 18 without protective clothing. Oh, we don't have any water carriers. Let's get one of those. Okay. We are producing activated carbon masks for a cycle. It's just not keeping up. Hunt rabbits. Good idea to further starvation. Well, they're mutated rabbits with a plant growing out of their foreheads, so it's maybe more nutritious? We need another well keeper. Okay, we've got 15 kids. Beans being planted. Oh, the lupine being harvested as well. Water tower being constructed so we can store water. This rainwater collector is contaminated because the contaminated rain, yes. It's a bit of ways to the drought, but I do want to solve the problem here. It seems like food is going back up. Oh, look at that. That must have been a harvest. Produced 1,200 food? Nice. So I think we're doing okay on food. This well and this water tower should solve our water problem. Hare meat, which is 40? Oh, one rabbit is 40. Oh, look at the pecan trees. We're gonna be making some pecan pie. Or maybe once we get to the prosperity part of the game, right? One farmer is a supervisor. These pecan farmers, they're just watching the trees grow. Maybe it counts as both meat and veg. Yeah. It's an omnivore's meal, all in one organism. Are they just called Jack and Jills? So they are. Well, only 12 are short protective clothing right now. We have this water tower. Great. It's in range of 2 of the wells. Not in range of a lake. I'm unsure what this is for. What is this thing for? A wooden jetty enables settlers to collect water. Requires cistern or water tower to store or collect water. Can only be built on lakesides. Oh, they just straight up collect the water from the coast. Right. There is radiation. Let's just cancel that. Let's not build that. This seems like a bad idea. Okay, we're getting more adults. Nice. Let's have a second water carrier. Let's max out Forester. Get another scrap collector. Tools. Yeah, we're going to need another technician. And then another charcoal burner. Because I think we're not really stockpiling coal. Oncoming drought. Okay. Food is stockpiling nicely. Water is going up. The drought might hit our water supply pretty harshly, so we gotta make sure it is stocked. Ah, so coal can be placed into this water tower. So let's activate coal, because our rainwater collector is collecting some contaminated water. Charcoal burners 3. Let's up our scrap collector to 4 out of 5. 2 technicians, 2 tailors. We've got 10 protectors without 10 settlers without protective clothing. Why are you unhappy? Is it because you don't have proper clothes? Francisca and Harley? Okay. Max out the scrap. Okay, we don't need more farmers. Let's just have 3 water carriers. That's fine, right? And then things are pretty much filled out on the job board. Oh, we don't have any more scrap here. Change field of work to all of this scrap. Bit far, but have at it. Why is the bus wreck contaminated? The bus wreck is producing contaminated resources? What is the bus wreck producing? That's the question. Okay, food and water looks good. 44 adults, really nice. Do we have any charcoal in here? Yes, charcoal is cleaning our water supply so fewer people are exposed to radiation. Now. We can build a forum. That might make people happy. Oh, people are getting happier. Look at that. We're back up to contentedness. We could build an expedition station. Can we afford this? Plastic, scrap, wood, metal? You know, I think we're ready to go on expeditions. Sure, this is exactly our priority right now. Let's build an expedition station. I guess it doesn't have to be near anything, right? It doesn't... Yeah, let's go on expeditions. Bam! It's just what we need. Just go get the lake water. Doesn't it need to be near the water tower? What's this? Settlers with no tools. Oh, let's see. Well, I can't... Okay, fine. I'll build this. There. Let's build that. Okay. Our roads were built nicely. You know, this town's shaping up. It's kind of nice. Oh, which houses aren't happy? These? Decorations. What would you guys like? Hedges? Hedges are nice, right? Let's go hedge. Hedge. Flag. Let's do flag. Flag. How good are these? +3. +3? They're currently minus... Yeah, that'll be good. Upgrade to mounted bus. As a heart of the settlement, the bus can store resources and water. It provides more capacity with each upgrade. As soon as the bus has been hitched in place, settlers can meet there and increase their confidence. We have enough scrap, but we don't have enough wood. That'll be good to do, though. I think all of our wood is going into here, which requires 36 wood. Will we need another forester's lodge? Scouts and explorers. We have 2 spare adults right now. I guess we aren't really producing enough wood, right? We could have another forester's lodge. Don't wanna block off passage through here, so let's build it there. Okay. Change field of work to that. Nice. Okay. All this is 25 wood for the hedge. Maybe these decorations are a bit overdone. But okay. I should have this as build next. That's kind of the important one, right? 8 people have no protective clothing. 1 person has no tools. Do we have... We don't have a lot of metal. I think sticking with scrap tools makes sense. We have leaking roofs and our floors are full of splinters. Yeah, but have you seen those hedges? Not to mention the fire-breathing dragon statue. Come on. Who wouldn't want to live right here, across from the scrapyard? But look what we can do with the scrap. It looks fantastic. Look at that. It's great. Okay. 1 unhappy. Okay. We're just about still in contentedness. We're probably going to drop down to even temperedness soon. Unless we can get those decorations down. Because we do need... How much is a shrub? 10 wood? And it provides +1. This is -2. How about a street lamp? Also +1. 25 wood for this. I guess... Yeah. Wait, I'm just gonna build it. Give you a hedge along your house and then you'll like it. Okay. This Forester's Lodge coming on in. So then we can increase our Forester to 8. Maximum employment. Food and wood supplies look good. We'll survive this next drought, no problem. And then we're gonna die. I say we'll survive, no problem. Okay, but that should double our wood supply. We just can't keep up with the protective clothing. So this takes fabric and coal. We're not really stockpiling either of those. But we basically need another tailor's shop. Homeless? Oh, even with the shelter, huh? So we're gonna have to build a second shelter. Because I sort of don't want our population to keep exploding like this. I'm just gonna build another shelter right here. Two unhappy settlers, okay. Yeah, they just hate their houses. Look how detailed the simulation is. It's like full-on Sims for every single citizen. Okay, so if we make your houses more attractive, let's build this hedge next. That should get you happy. Right, focus on this hedge, get the wood in. Okay, drought is hitting. We have only 1,000 water stockpiled. That might be a problem. We've got 2,000 food. So food is no problem. But people might... I did build this. Does this need workers? No. Let's just have another water carrier. Yeah, this water tower is not in range of this thing. So I think we actually need to build a second water tower. Because I didn't build this... not well. Because I didn't build this close enough. This needs to go right here. But it's a drought right now. I think There are more and more of us settlers lately. If only our population figures continue to rise so rapidly, it might lead to supply bottlenecks. You can control the population growth a bit by using more, housing more settlers in shelters, or via the forum by prohibiting the settlers from reproducing in the near future. The decision's up to you. I just thought, definitely want to hear it. Okay. That's fine. We're building more shelters. 18 settlers with no protective clothing? Really? This doesn't look good. Not sure if our water supply is gonna survive this. We did actually get the expedition station down. Hey, we got the hedge down. You guys like it? Yeah, they love it. Look at this destroyed hedge in this drought. They love it though. Look at that. Build that next. 3 settlers with no tools. People are homeless. That needs cloth. We're not producing enough cloth. Let's switch this to cloth. Let's switch this to cloth. Let's just get cloth going. Water is running out. A little bit's trickling in. Tons of food though. Look how much food we've got. More of those. Up the amount of tailors. We'll put in 2 scouts to get that going. Tailor shop, workshop, scrap tools. It's just wood and scrap. It's fine. Scrap still... well, still kind of there. The drought should end. We might have just enough water. I am unsure. That hedge was constructed. Well, it wasn't enough to get that house feeling happier about themselves. Tailor shop. Radiation suits protect against high level, medium level, low level radiation. Can we produce enough carbon? Yeah, I think we are producing enough carbon. So this... we just need more fabric. Everyone here is making fabric. We just don't have enough... 10 coal in stock, 16... yeah, we don't have enough fabric. I've set all my recyclers to fabric. Hopefully that can keep going. Okay, the rains are back. We didn't die of dehydration. Wait, you can change the field of work for water towers? No. Cancel. Bam. I didn't see you could change the field of work for water towers. I didn't know they had fields of work. Okay. Alright, I found it. Is this one of those survival games with a million different resources? Not that many. Water, food, wood, scrap, tools, clothing, medication, cloth, metal, plastic, electronics, coal, and the latest DLC adds in concrete, glass, and better metal. So a lot. It's a lot, but it's not so bad because you don't deal with a lot of this for a long time. Like, we produce no electronics, right? And a lot of them are very passive resources. Like, tools just go out. Clothes just go out. You know, the only ones you kind of have to really pay attention to is like food and water, because that's like survival. Build this next, please. Oh, this requires cloth, that's why. We just don't have enough cloth. I have 3 recyclers producing cloth. Is there something that can... Hemp weaving mill. Herbal hut. How do we produce more cloth? Because we just can't keep up with that. Our entire population has no protective clothing. This is insane. How do... I guess we just build more recyclers. Right? We just build 2 more recyclers. Okay. Water's going better. We have this. They just go and grab water from the lake. They just reach down and grab it. Food seems to be dipping as well. How are there still children? We haven't built a house in a long time. Okay. Water's struggling to keep up. No one is protected from radiation. 14 people are homeless. 5 people don't have tools. Only one's unhappy. It's probably that person who lives in that ugly house. Let's build a torch. Okay, that solves the homeless problem. Let's build that next. There's just a bit of wood and scrap. Ah, that is that. So go. Should probably stop harvesting lupine. Switch it to beans. How are orchards doing? Are these pecans producing anything yet? I think they are. Yeah, we're just struggling with water. So let's just boost up water carriers to max. Okay. We built that torch, and that person's not unhappy anymore. Build this next, please. Let's add a couple builders. No, wait, let's add in 2 more refiners. And just keep producing more fabric. Professionals are complaining about a lack of tools. Build a workshop. I've already got one, it's just we can't keep up. We're going to need another workshop. Result. I think I boosted my population a bit too quickly. I think that's what I did wrong. Let's do an expedition. Interesting location. Let's go to this really close one right here. Interesting location. Looks like a fallout bunker. This site looks promising, but the radar doesn't show exactly what we're dealing with. Send a scout. Go. Do an expedition. It's just here. It's this one. Oh, you can just look around here. Nice. I'll just do that. Our water supply is still going down. Jeez. Would it help if I built a water tower next to that? That might actually... I know I cancelled it, but We just need as much water as possible. Let's build another one. No worker? Ah, that. Oh, we're out of... Okay. Can we produce enough cloth now? So that our tailors' shops can just keep producing things. We've got 2 tailor shops. Yeah, build this one next. We still have metal and plastic, so I don't need to switch these recyclers yet. We have enough scrap. We might not have enough free settlers. Can I cut back on anything? Not really. Any kids growing up soon? Yeah, Nicole? Leonard? Yeah. Got plenty of wood. So I think I can cut back on the Forester's Lodge. Let's cut back on Forester's. Get a few free settlers there. Okay, we're building this water tower. So then I can change this field of work. No, I guess it's fine if it's here. Okay. So that should keep things... Actually, yeah, let's change this field of work so you are just dealing with these 3. And you are dealing with those 2. That should solve that. Look at all these beans. Yes. Okay. Okay. We're not consuming metal or plastic for much. Aren't our... No, scrap tools are just consuming scrap. Our cloth is finally going up. Okay, another workshop is down, so we can add in 2 more technicians. Oh. So we scouted this thing. It's an end zone. I think I came across the entrance to another end zone. The elders mentioned there were other end zones nearby, but apparently we lost contact with them long ago when communication systems broke down after the incident. The main gate still seems to be sealed shut, so if you want to send an expedition, make sure they bring along the right tools and folks who know about all this technical stuff. Well, we've got settler badges. Got some badges here. Tituan, Margot, Stefano. Advantage due to education and settler badges. We can send anyone we like. Let's send these 3, I guess. I don't really have... Oh, this is Expedition Ration. 29 in stock. Food and water packages, which expeditions can be equipped in order to repeatedly explore ruins before the expedition has to return. So we can have 8. Do it. See if we can get something interesting. Then we're short on workers here. Let's cut down the water carriers until the expedition returns. 5 unhappy? Why? What's wrong with you? Oh, someone died and there's no grave. They're using hammers wrong. They keep breaking them so fast. Well, the hammers are made of scrap, so they're not exactly... Someone has an ugly house? Oh, right. That house. You know what? Just demolish that house, and we'll build you a gravesite. Is that under community? Yeah, cemetery. I can't remember. Is this a game where cemeteries are good for desirability or bad? Or are they neutral? Because in Asian culture, very bad. In Western culture, kind of good. But you know what? Let's build a cemetery out here anyway. Field of work. Oh, for bodies? I guess. Build next. Wood, scrap, yeah. Ugly house, they have perfect view of the scrap dragon. Yeah. It's okay, we have too many kids, we can lose a house. Shelters are filling up, but I guess I should just like throw down another one. I know that's not aligned. You guys are gonna hate me for that. What? No, no, no. Cancel. Rotate it. There. Then you'll be happy. Good. Alright. So I don't know... Still ongoing. So our protective clothing shortage is going down. We're stockpiling a number of, an amount of cloth, so production in the tailor shops are continuous, along with the workshops. But we just can't produce enough. I mean, it's kind of... Ooh.
We're here, Chief. This looks almost exactly like the Endzone we left behind to start anew. Can you still remember the tingling of sunlight on your face when we first opened that airlock and stepped outside? For a moment there, everything seemed so bright and promising. Anyway, a thought just crossed my mind. Maybe there are other survivors down there, people like us. Let's hurry up and get that main gate open so we can find out.
Well, Stefano is excited. Loot and return, what are our options? So we have a gatherer badge and a technician badge here with us. Let's say we have two options. We can try open the airlock just enough so that we can squeeze through, or we can try fiddling around with the panel box that controls the airlock. Let's give the big main gate a shot. We probably won't be able to open it all the way. Continue. The expedition failed to complete your task. Sorry, Chief, there's no way we're gonna force our way in like this. This giant thing was built to last. Did they try and go at it with crowbars? Well, we can keep... we basically didn't bring enough here. Increases confidence by 100. We didn't bring any metal tools. So yeah, we basically can't do that. You know what? Loot and return. Is there nothing to loot? Oh, we've got... our expedition rations, is that it? Oh well. We're going back to our settlement now. Can't wait to see our families. And we don't have any tools. We gotta open this vault. They just go at it with their hands. They're like, it's not gonna budge, Chief. Alright, time to have lunch. Okay. My bad. I planned a terrible expedition. We went to open a vault with literally nothing but food. So maybe they threw their beans at it. We got beans and fish. That's pretty much what I sent them out for. Oh, we're supposed to be producing metal tools, right? Let's just swap to that. Produce metal tools, start using up our metal, switch to producing metal. Okay. I smeared the beans onto the lock and hopefully it malfunctions and short circuits. Just pour the beans onto the mechanisms. It's not working, Chief. You know, maybe we should have brought some metal tools, you know, that might have helped. Oh, wow. Tried our best. It didn't really work out. Great. Oh, we actually have some surplus radiation protection. Look at that. We're actually producing enough to get this number down. Wow. Are we actually producing metal tools? I think it's waiting on some metal to be brought in. Cemetery is built. Great, which means we need a mortician. Oh, we got quite a lot of spare workers here. Let's boost up water supply. That's good. Yeah. What are all these alerts? Storage capacity is running out. Improve your infrastructure. Oncoming drought. So there is, I just noticed. Do we have temporary storeroom? Just pop one right there. Okay, good. There's one unhappy person. People homeless yet? Not yet, so there's no priority there. Let's build this next. All the houses are good desirability. Protective clothing requirement down to 12. Settler with no tools. Metal tools should actually... Oh, there, we actually produce the metal tools. Should last longer. That means we're going to need to produce more metal. Graves. 7 people died? 8 people died? Oh, Timothy. Timothy was the guy who introduced us to this game. He died. The guy right at the start of this game was like Timothy saying, hey, it's time to build some stuff. He's dead. Okay. Anyway, that was a pretty good look, right? Oh, I think I need to take a break here. We surprisingly survived. We surprisingly survived. Right? Look, food and water supply going great now. I should have just built the water right next to the pier right at the start. That would have been so much better. But we're getting our protective clothing down, making metal tools. We've got a graveyard for dead people. Is this still going? Oh, it's finishing up the last of the scrap there. Some crops and farms. And you saw the prosperity content way at the end where you can have solar panels, electricity, manufacturing of glass, factories and workshops, and fancy buildings, aqua farms, greenhouses, all of that. But you see how that is end game content. We just went through the early game content here. So you saw the end game and the early game. I think from this point on, we sort of get past the early game because the basic necessities are done. I think I built too many houses and actually grew my population too quickly. You know what? Upgrade the mounted bus from a bus wreck to something else. Build next. Yeah, the bus wreck. Do this next. This essentially gets us to the next age. We've advanced to the next age. It is now the mounted bus, which we can upgrade to a town center if we get electronics. Alright, completing these things does give us some stuff. Thank you for the metal tools. So that was actually 14 metal tools, so that actually should solve the tool problem. And we're getting some homeless people. Okay, build that next. So there. We got through the early game. The mounted bus is now the mid game. The town hall, the town center used to be the end game. Town center used to be the end game, but now that's just late game, because the town center becomes the town hall, which is the end game. So there's now 4 ages in Endzone. Right? Great. Anyway, that's I like clouds. I like clouds in games. I don't know what it is. I like clouds. Anyway, that is gonna be it for now. Thank you so much for joining on this sponsored video of Endzone for the Prosperity update / DLC / expansion, whatever you want to call it. It's a very solid game now. It's actually received a number of updates besides Prosperity since the last time I played. So it's seemingly feeling very good, very solid, and it was good before, and I think it's just better now with more content. If you'd like to check out Endzone or the Prosperity DLC, use the link provided. It refers you directly to the Steam store page, and that's good, right? I think it is possible for me to put a link on the screen here as well if you're watching on YouTube. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this look at Endzone and Prosperity, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining, everyone. Bye, guys. Bye.